Okay. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Miss Toto. Thank you guys for subscribing. Still, I want you guys to like, comment, and share, and also give this video a thumbs up. Hit the notification button so you can know when I post my videos. Thank you to all my subscribers and new subscribers to come. I believe I have 55 right now, and so I'm hoping to up the ante continuously. So thank you guys for your support. Today's video is a little bit of a doozy, okay? So if you've seen my title below, it said that I chopped off my 3-year-old daughter's hair. That is correct. So this is a little story time situation. So just grab your coffee, your tea. It may be tea because this is some tea. Grab your tea and enjoy this video. So I want to start off by saying, yes, I did bad. I did really, really bad. Okay, because at the age when my daughter was 3 years old, I ended up cutting off. It wasn't all of her hair. It was just the back of her hair, like all of the back. She still had all of her front, so the sides, the top, everything was still there. I chopped off the very back of her hair. Well, all of the back. How that came to be is before I started working my full-time job, I was a stay-at-home mom. He's like, girl, so how you chop your girl's hair off if you was a stay-at-home mom? I mean, you was taking care of her hair. That wasn't the case, okay? So what had happened was I ended up taking on customers, clients, family members, church members, any type of members that was willing to get their hair done. So I was what they call like a kitchen stylist. I wasn't licensed or anything, but I can do certain styles and I did them for the low. So people found out and other people found out and they let other people know that, hey, this girl, she can do your crochets, your twists, your chunky twists, your Senegalese, your everything. So the word got around and so I started to get more customers. And the hustle started to become a real business. So I took on more people's heads. So literally I probably had, I want to say 6 to 7 customers a week. So what's that, like a head a day or something like that? So yeah, I had like 6 to 7 customers a day. But the hairstyles would take so long and I would have to wait for them to get off work. So I would literally start off at like 5 o'clock or whatever in the evening and then probably finish at like 1 o'clock, whatever, depending on what the style was. If it was a crochet hairstyle, it wouldn't take me that long. But anyway, the more customers I gained, the more I started to neglect my youngest daughter's hair. And I was like, okay, her hair is, you know, still at baby stage, so all I gotta do is just keep it in ponytails and she'll be fine. I won't have to really comb it, you know, I can just finger comb it, throw it back in a ponytail, slick up the sides, she'll be good. So I literally kept on doing that. And in between that process, we ended up moving from an apartment to a house. Then I got my full-time job and then I really started to neglect it. And she kept getting those ponytails like without me combing it or doing any type of detangling to it. You know, I don't know if you guys ever done this, but you know how you would have the front of your daughter's hair like laid, but then the back is like I can, you know, disguise that, so I just brush it up, put it in the ball and not really take it down, do the whole combing process. If you didn't, kudos to you, but that's what I did. I would just make sure the front of her hair was you know, presentable, and then the back was like, girl, why you do that? But it still looked good. Anyway, so her hair suffered because of that. So yes, that was bad on my part. I know I already, you know, condemned myself, gave myself a whooping, and I was just like, don't ever do that again. But so once we finally got settled into our house, I was like, okay, let me give her a hairstyle that would last longer than, you know, a week or two. So I wanted to put like some twist or something in her head, but when it came down to actually detangling her hair, it was a process, struggle, everything. The front of her hair, like I said, was fine because I always kept that part combed, presentable, and ready. The back of it, I always just kept it in a ponytail, just took it down, sometimes brush the edges or whatever up, then put it back in a ponytail. So I never really detangled it. And when I finally came down to detangling it, I couldn't see scalp. I couldn't get my fingers through it. It was probably at least 3 or 4 inches of matted hair. And the bottom of her hair was fine. And I was able to like get my fingers through it and all that. So literally it took me 2 weeks just to try to see scalp, and I was getting nowhere. I couldn't see her scalp. I couldn't get through it. And she's 3, so she's tender-headed and everything. So it was really a struggle because she would cry. I didn't use a comb. Like I said, I just used my fingers. I used conditioner. I used water. I used coconut oil. I used anything that had like slip, and that was a really good detangler, but it was like dreadlock matted. So I was like, I finally came to terms with that. I knew that I would have to chop off the back of her head. So I'm like, okay, I can't let my baby go out like this. So I got on Pinterest and YouTube and tried to like see what I can find that show like babies or toddlers with like taper cuts, and the only thing they showed was like for boys, and I'm like, oh my god. So the taper cuts, I was like, so if I do a taper cut, that means I'm gonna still have to chop off the front of her hair, and I ain't want her to, you know, be looking all crazy. I ain't want to do no more damage than what was already done. So since her hair was already, you know, long in the front, so her hair at that time was like jawbone length, the front of her hair. The back I couldn't get a real length because it was matted it was like matted. I couldn't pull anything. I couldn't get my fingers through it. Nothing was happening. So I let my husband know, I'm like, we gonna have to cut off her hair. Like, yeah, we gonna have to chop it all off. So I literally did a big chop. I didn't do it. My husband did it. I didn't have the gumption to do it, the courage, anything. So my husband did it. He got the clippers and went to town, and I just seen the hair fall into the floor, and as the hair fell, my heart dropped. I was like, oh my god. But the good thing about it is that she was 3 at the time, and it was just hair. It's really just hair for her, and her hair was, I knew it was going to grow back. It was just like, how am I going to mask this? So what I did was, since the front of her hair was long, I still gave her the twist. So I gave her like some kinky twists, Marley looking twists in the front of her hair, and it was thick enough and long enough to cover her whole head. So she rocked that for like at least 3 months straight. After that was, I waited for her hair to get a little bit of length so that way I can actually put more twist in her hair but be able to do all of her head. But those twists that she had in her head, I literally kept it all the way to the back to where you couldn't see it. Of course, if she did like any type of flip or whatever, it would go floop, fly right up, and you'll be able to see all the fade back there. Literally, her hair was about, I can't even give you a length, half an inch long, I would say. In the back, it was half an inch long in the back. So I waited, like I said, 3 months. She kept those twists in her hair. After about 3 months, I was able to grab enough to give her some like crochet twist in the back of her head, and then the front I did like individual twist, and yeah, it worked out. So ever since then, like from 2016, October 2016 is when I chopped off the back of her hair, up until now, which is April 2019. So almost 2.5 or something like that. I've been putting like nothing but protective styles in her hair. So she's had goddess locks, faux locks, chunky twist, box braids, goddess braids, Senegalese twist. She's had it all. So it's worked out really well because it's just constantly, her hair is constantly growing. Right now, at the end, I will insert a picture side by side from 2016, October 2016, when I first chopped off her hair, and then the next picture you will see is September 2018, because right now she got goddess locks in her hair, and I didn't do a length check, so Once I do take those out, I do a length check. But from 2016 to September 2018, you will see where her hair was at that point. So 2018, sorry, of September, the back of her hair now is coming to her armpit, probably a little bit past her armpit, and that was what, almost 2 years. So I'm pretty excited to see how long it is now once I do take out her goddess locks, wash her hair. I will do a length check for you guys. Now the only thing is I'm trying to decide if I want to cut the front of her hair to match up with the back of her hair. The front of her hair now is like at her rib cage. So if this is me and the back of her hair reaches her armpit, the front of her hair reaches down here. So it's about that much of a difference. Yeah, but like I said, she's still a growing girl, so her hair to me has grown really, really fast. So once I do even it up with the front, I have to get the gumption for that, because even though, like, that's a lot of hair, but now she have a head full of hair again, so I'm not too worried about that. I'm not too worried about it growing, you know, longer, thicker, fuller. Her hair is really thick. It's really full. And I don't see how I'm getting these kids with the thick, full hair and they just oh so tender-headed. But I guess it's a lesson for me to be patient. And yeah. But yeah, that's the story. That's me doing a big chop and chopping off my 3-year-old's head is because I neglected. Yes, I admit my name is Miss Toto and I am a neglector. I admit it. But yeah, I neglected her hair and it suffered consequences for me neglecting. So I would never ever do that again. Now their hair is my first priority. I just make sure I always keep it in some type of protective style, moisturized. I make sure I clip their ends. I just make sure they're good, like I was supposed to do. I guess I got so caught up in the hustle, like, okay, yeah, it was quick, easy money, you know, to keep for doing something at home that was convenient for me. I didn't have to go nowhere or travel or whatever, and I was able to make money at home, you know, be in a comfortable space. So yeah, but I am no longer doing hair, taking clients or whatever you want to call it. I'm a full-time working mom, wife, so any hair that I mainly do is probably maybe a sister's from time to time or something like that. But I'm not a kitchen hairstylist anymore because I still got to keep up still with my 3 daughters' heads and mine. So yeah, so that is my story. I hope you guys enjoyed, but don't judge me. I already judged myself. Yes, I already judged myself. But like I said, give this video a thumbs up. Also like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video. Thank you so much once again for my supporting subscribers. Hit the notification button and I will check you guys in the next video. Bye.